Hey guys, okay, so today we are going to make hummus. So if you guys have never had hummus, I promise you it is one of the best things ever and you guys are just gonna love it. Okay, so let's get to the recipe. Today we are going to be using our handy dandy Spend Smart Eat Smart app, and we're going to go to the recipes tab at the bottom here, and we're going to click on side dishes this time. Okay, and then we're going to scroll until we find our hummus. It's called After School Hummus here on this app. So this serves 8 and the cost per serving is only 27 cents. So that is pretty awesome. Alright, now let's get to our ingredients. So this recipe here calls for non-fat yogurt, and like I've said in my other videos, it is really important for you to use what you have on hand because that'll be cheaper in the long run. So I don't have yogurt with me, but instead I'm going to use this tahini, which is actually just ground sesame seeds. And I think that will be a great substitute for yogurt if you don't have it. Okay, and then the next ingredient we're going to use is garlic. You can either use garlic powder or minced garlic. Let me see. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and use this just because I have it and it adds a better flavor, I think. Okay, next we have lemon juice. And most people, I would say, probably have like bottled lemon juice, but I only have bottled lime juice. So we're going to go with the hard way today and just used half of a squeezed lemon. And you can see I already took out the seeds, so we don't have any of those in our hummus. And the next thing that you're going to need is 1 can of garbanzo beans or chickpeas. Now, if you have high blood pressure, you're going to want to pay attention to the sodium content in your beans. Canned items tend to have a lot of sodium or salt, so when you're at the store, you're going to want to go for the reduced sodium version of beans. Next, we're going to have olive oil. This is a great source of non-saturated plant-based fat. So this is actually an oil that's very good for you. You're going to want to stick to olive oil or avocado oil when you're choosing between what oils to buy at the store. And then next we're going to use some ground black pepper, and we have our ground cumin. Oh, I wish you guys could smell how good this is. It's kind of a Mexican flavor, I would say, but it goes really well in hummus. So yeah, we're going to combine all these ingredients, and I'll show you guys how I do it, into this blender here. This is a NutriBullet, but you can use any blender that you have, or if you want to, you can use like a hamburger masher and just mash up all the ingredients in a bowl. That would taste good too. Alright guys, so let's make this hummus. So our ingredients call for 1 can of garbanzo beans. Okay, I'm just going to dump them into my blender here. Beautiful. And I did pre-rinse and drain those beans, just to let you know. Then we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of minced garlic. I'm just going to guesstimate my measures. Remember guys, make this fun and don't be too serious. So you can use just a spoon. You don't have to use measuring tools if you don't want to. So I'm going to add about this much, like a 1/2 of a spoonful of chopped garlic. Okay. Next it calls for 1½ tablespoons of lemon juice. I have 1/2 of a lemon here, and so we're just going to go ahead and squeeze that into our blender bottle. I'm going to get all sticky in here. Looks good. Okay, next it asks for 1 tablespoon of oil. I usually count 1 tablespoon equals 1 second of pouring. 1/1000. Okay. There is our 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Next, we're going to need some ground black pepper. It says 1/8 of a teaspoon, but again, I'm just going to guess. So I say that looks pretty good. How cool is this pepper cracker? Okay. Then we need our 1 tablespoon of cumin, which I have here. And then last but not least, our 1/2 cup of non-fat yogurt. Except for, I mentioned when I was going through the ingredients that I don't have that, so I'm going to use tahini. This is about a 1/2 cup here. Look how nice and creamy that is. And your yogurt's going to do just about the same thing, so no worries there. Okay. So next I'm going to pop the lid on my blender and I'm going to blend until smooth. So I'm not going to make you guys listen to the sound of my blender, so I'll just pause the video and I'll check in just a bit. Alrighty guys, so our hummus is blended, and I found with this ingredient list, I thought that it needed a little bit more liquid so it blended a bit better, so I just added a splash of water while I was blending it, and it blended up perfectly fine after that. I also used a spoon to scrape down the edges about halfway just to make sure that all the ingredients were incorporated. So I want to show you what this looks like. I think you guys can see in there. It's a super like thick, creamy consistency, which makes for a perfect dip. So hummus itself is very nutritious because it has that great source of plant-based fat from your olive oil. The tahini that I added has a great source of plant-based fat. And the garbanzo beans are another great source of protein. 1 can has 21 grams of protein, so that will help you get through your day with plenty of energy. Alright, and hummus is served well with almost any vegetable, but my favorite veggie is carrots, so I'm going to do a little taste test for you guys just to show you how good it is. Okay, let's see. So good. You guys are going to love this. Alright, so that is how you make hummus. Again, this would be great for like a party or a get-together, of course, once COVID's over. So if you want to spoon this out onto a bowl and serve it with your favorite veggies, it's sure to be a crowd pleaser. Alright, I hope you guys give it a shot. Bye.